Welcome to MachsimoTV, the ultimate destination for modern men seeking to upgrade their lifestyle. Our channel covers a range of topics including current events, fitness, personal development, and technology to help you look, feel, and live your best life. Tune in for actionable advice and engaging discussions. We the willing, led by the unknowing, are doing the impossible for the ungrateful. We have done so much, with so little for so long, we are now qualified to do anything, with nothing.
So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead. And we need you. So join up. Do your part. There's a long war ahead. And we need you.
Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it? Have you any idea how successful censorship is on TV? Don't know the answer? Successful, isn't it?
About how we can better ourselves and further ourselves, further your mind, you know what I'm saying?
How you gon' wear my trust when the last one
Let's be clear, this is
How you gon' be in your love when the bed don't sleep?
invasion.
Deep, deep, crash your feelings in the middle of the street. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the hoes was at. When you was at your lowest, tell me where the bros was at. 3:30 in the morning, stroll through the car. Ain't nobody but the mirror looking for the fall off. I love when you count me out. 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 My name is in your mouth.
Alright, might be about you. Next run, right, might be about you.
Conductor. Welcome to the new gold era. Yo. This that purple tape mix with Cody vibes. Hey yo. Imagine getting murdered with the case in the Sub Village. It sure is. Yeah. DJ Drama.
Hey yo, I'ma take it back to the ski mask Chanel. So yo, with my mouth, I can never fail. I can be who you, I can tell you would tell. You ain't never ate rules, Chris in the cell. Everything grab, you moving at a pace of a snail. Supreme clientele, cause my cocaine pal is rap doing alright. My dope house well with Egypt, reading Portland's Cutter doing well on a mountain. R&B pictures on my bandwagon. Boxes cost 500, I got my pants sacking. If we had to drive 50 miles, he was head cracking. Back when I popped in fitted, I had the less swag. True story, I could get anything done. Runway, Gucci, jeans, suit, hair in the palm, Santorini, black sand, dick sucks in the sun. The top 3 and not 3 and 2, but I'm the Vanetta loves. See me, I'm the model type. Balenciaga torty with the piranha bites. Ace rolls on ice. Hit you broad day, fuck you in the pole lights. Nigga, I'm dose nice.
Returning the boom back with $2 million on the wrist. DJ Drama.
Yo, top brown sailing, surrounded by Trump paraphernalia. I dare you to step to the guard, you be a failure. Beast all my niggas live from the east, by the court, gangsters, boy. Got a fresh 15 who throwing aces. I'm stepping on your shit, chrome automatic. And don't forget to switch, hold up.
Now spin blood on you niggas. Just hold up.
Hey yo, ain't nobody fresher, that's word to my hymen. Brains everywhere on the wall, go get some diamond. Back to back, Dawn Perry on about the vomit. Hanging out the hard red ghost with the shot stick. Everything I see you niggas, yeah, I shit, man, shake it, the trap, man. I'm immortal, all lost, time for it all. Plus, it's smell like time for when you talk about. Put the 40 in your jaw, I'm a maniac. Couple million on the floor, ain't nobody fucking with the Fendi overall. Pump down the bag leg, yeah, I miss to show it off. Yeah, I miss to run up on you broad, damn blow it off. Yeah, I miss to send a dummy pack through the thorn off.
Shoot out every day. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is this.
Super fly guy.
Shoot out every day. Niggas don't dance no more. All they do is this.
Super fly guy.
There's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max syndrome story. There's more, because you are going to see it as well.
Yes, it.
Yes, it. Yes, namely, the Max syndrome story.
There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man.
Yeah, you know the place. You are listening to Shade 45. Shade 45.
It's so funny how I make a video saying I don't really like to deal with black men, and y'all are in the comments talking about some woohoo, let's go black men, we're not tricks. Yeah, we're not tricks. If you go to the escort sites and you go through the ads, you're gonna see so many ads of SWs of every race. They're gonna have no AA in their ad. But y'all never do the self-reflection and think, why is it that no SW wants to do business with me?
Yo, I'm not out here trying to back cat, so I don't care. But let me pull y'all coat to game, you female black SWs. I was in prison. There was a member of a white race identity gang that got kicked out, and he had to buy protection from us. And a horrifying thing that he actually confessed to me is that prospective members or prospects that are coming into they, white race identity gangs were purposely sent to pose as tricks trying to buy the services of black female escorts. But they were sent to unalive them as an initiation ritual. They did this, he said, because it was easier to take down a female than it was a man. And that doing this repeatedly would eventually desensitize them to the unaliving of a black person. And also help reduce the population of so-called black people by getting rid of birthing age females. So, hey, if you think white dudes are safer, hey, you can have that when you want. You got it.
Brothers and sisters, give me your grit money, give me your weave money, give me your perm money, your Jordan money, your Alizé money, your 40-ounce money. We need the money, brothers and sisters. Yes.
Pimp a Bitch show here in downtown Detroit. Ben Pimpin, who last week received the key to the city, said he is bringing out all of his hoes for a day to pop and shake what they mama gave them. The mayor of Detroit, Mike Crook, will be in attendance even though his wife is pregnant at home because, quote unquote, he won't miss out on this much ass for nothing. Let's go to our Black News Media reporter, Destiny Weaves, with her bald-headed ass. She's live with Ben Pimpin at the event now.
See, you got jokes, Ellington. What about that one time I caught your ass in the janitor's closet playing with your joystick, huh?
Holy fucking airball!
Word to SD Neck, my niggas playing all mad ball. You niggas ain't fucking with my catalog. In 5 months I done shit that you can't achieve. Right. Niggas sounding like me, but I ain't mad at y'all. Nah, I'm playing chess, you niggas playing basketball. I guess I'm the illest nigga after all. While you was in class working hard on your math, I was selling raw cocaine out the bathroom stall. I made it to the top and I ain't never fall. Never. Like a coach, I can show you how to ball. 30 on my hip, quick draw McGraw. Leave you wet like a side of coleslaw. I'm not the type of cat you can't approach, dog. I'll claw your eyes out with the jigsaw. My pieces hitting hard like a jigsaw. I keep 60 on me like Chris Shaw. I'm getting money now. It was 1,000 for a show, I'm charging 20 now. Facts. My lifestyle looking sunny now. They like, damn, Ice rapping like he hungry now. Rapping like I'm hungry. I had to get in my zone. Labels blowing me up. I had to cut off my phone. They keep calling. They just won't leave me alone. I'm not signing the deal till all my niggas get on. Fuck it, I'm about to start my own imprint world. I'm back on my bulletproof pen shit. This ain't the game, nigga. But if it was, Ice World about to win shit. We going for the gold like the Olympics. Ask around, I'm that nigga in the trenches. Ask about me. All my grips got extensions. All my niggas about business. I just sent the goons to hit list. Stay in the house cause they about to clip shit. I'm grinding hard on my clip shit. I'm like for real with the drum sounds. I'm in love with the gun sounds. I used to care, but I don't give a fuck now. Shotgun pump rounds, you better duck clowns. I'm scoring nothing but touchdowns, cause I don't fuck around. I treat your baby mama like a bust down. I'm like Kobe in the clutch now, pussy. Yeah, whew. Light work, volume 1. Shit. I'm in my element. Niggas ain't fucking with me, man.
Fine decorations. But the white boys had told all them French gals that we had tails. Then they found this ignorant colored soldier. Paid him to tie a tail to his ass and run around half naked making monkey sounds. They put him on a big round table in the Cafe Napoleon. Put a reed in his hand, crown on his head, blanket on his shoulders, and made him eat bananas in front of all them Frenchies. Oh, the white boys danced that night. Passed out leaflets with that boy's picture on it. Called him Moonshine, King of the Monkeys. And when we slit his throat, you know that fool asked us what he had done wrong.
Country shit.
My daddy told me we got to turn our backs on this kind, Wilkie. Close our ranks to the chitlins, the collard greens, the cornbread style. We are men, soldiers, and I don't intend for our race to be cheated out of its place of honor and respect in this war.
The pupils burn from the gaze of the sunlight.
Trying to go legit this time with no gunfight, straight flights to Ghana. My man got the gold connect, bow-legged dude with chicks on deck. He got Navy sailors moving their crypto specs. Maybach Hummer, sound like a discotheque. His brother Stan blew off his own hand. He's in the mausoleums, couldn't sew his wrist back on. It's in the Coliseum. The monster's out, straight down in the opera house. Scorpion pendant, red stone in a lobster mouth. Diamonds embroidered in the China wear, speaking through Tesla phones. Tucked behind the ear, Snow White Royce, guts red with lasagna chairs. Scarface party was raw with mad lines in there. Everybody holding, Rockwellers, mad nines in there. Hitters with gold fronts frontin', was the concierge. 50 years in hip hop, New York is the mascot. City is the backdrop. One more, you can holler at me. You can holler at me.
That I gotta be the best of all. That's just cut and dried. I'm the best. Whether you like it or not, you're looking at, woo, the greatest, the best looking man, the best dressed man, long limousines, jet airplanes, custom made clothes, and any woman in the world I want, just like that. You know what? Let's face it, if you're not carrying the big gold, you're second best no matter what you tell yourself. So gear up, ladies and gentlemen. Get used to it. Who you're looking at, the man. Woo!
The almighty, the legend, the legendary Westside.
Apollo be thy name,
Fly God himself.
You're looking at the man. Woo!
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition. Here's another classic. Definition of hip hop.
Y'all keep screaming reparations, reparations. That's not how this works. You need legislation, you need committees, you need hearings, you need votes, you need bills passed through Congress. You don't just wake up one morning and yell on social media and a check magically appears.
Nah, y'all wild for that. Man, you stupid. All right, bro, we out.
All right, fam. I'll holler at y'all. My brother, these Akatas always think we are the same.
That is why we must stay together.
They do not understand we are different.
Damn, I left my phone.
Our parents did not come here to play.
Back home, if you do not hustle, you do not survive.
Education first, work first.
We came here with nothing
and still became doctors, engineers, business owners. Meanwhile, these Akatas think everything should be handed to them. They do not like hard work.
They always want shortcuts.
Our mentality is different.
Yo. Nah. Do the African voice again.
With so little for so long, we are now qualified.
Yo. We gonna get on this Godfrey tonight. And you know, the thing came out, the people that's funding his podcast, it's a DNC shell company. Yo, what up? Salute, chat. I see y'all up in here, man. Y'all came in here early, man. Appreciate y'all. Detroit. Yo, Detroit, you get that Griselda shit? I sent you the music, man. All right, man. Let me get a sound check. Saul, you there, Playboy? Saul? All right. Mr.
Mic check.
O. Okay,
Mic check.
All right, there you go. Mr. O, what's up? You there?
What up?
All right, you sound good. And Tito. Yo, it's Tito's birthday, y'all. I thought you was going to sit this one out, man. Yo, say what's up. Say happy birthday to Tito in the chat, man. Happy birthday, bro.
Thanks, dog.
Yeah, man. Happy birthday, man.
Happy birthday, killer.
Thanks,
Yeah, happy
man.
birthday, man. Hey, y'all make
Yeah.
sure y'all drop the cash app, man.
Oh yeah. Yeah, Tito, drop your
Hey, you know what? You know what, man? I'm so damn old, man. I just remember, man, when my granddaddy taught me how to fight. He taught me how to fight in the stands. You be seeing motherfuckers on them old Jack Johnson pictures in.
Oh, with the knuckles facing
Yeah,
out.
yeah. I'm for real.
No, I believe you. You know, there's a reason for that.
Like, put him here, put it here.
Yeah,
yeah, that type of shit.
Yeah. That's how my granddad tried to teach me to box. My pop was like, nah. My pops was like, no, that knuckles out shit. That shit is dead. Yo.
Taught you the Archie Moore guard, then he taught you the cross guard too, like Archie Moore and them, huh? Judge Joe Wildcat.
That's funny as shit. Yo, yeah, man. Tell Tito happy birthday in the chat, and Tito, drop your cash app either in the back or in the chat.
In the private chat, because
I
can't.
Yeah, I spam the chat. I spam the chat with it. All right, bet we up in here. Let's we got a good show tonight. I messaged this to Tito earlier. I seen motherfucker. All right, 4th of July then turned the Democrats that tried to commandeer this shit on some making black people anti-patriotic, and that should be irking me because I'm from a military family, and then on top of that, I'll be making this argument, and it's been made before, especially now that we're gonna do the birthright citizenship too, which ties to that. The reason the birthright citizenship and all that shit is a thing because we fought the goddamn Civil War and the Revolutionary War, but motherfucking they had Joy Reid on here doing an interview with some Haitian journalist, and she up there talking about Crispus Attucks was motherfucking Haitian. My blood was boiling. And so right away, like I said, like Tito said when I talked to him, like they think that we dumb, and the level of disrespect is just off the motherfucking charts. And like I said, it's AI, bro. I put it right in AI. When we get to the segment, I'm gonna read what I sent Tito. Crispus Attucks was born in America, and he's black and native. He's not goddamn Haitian. And the AI said, the first thing the AI says is no. Because Crispus Attucks Haitian. You know what I'm saying? So they really try to destiny swap with us. And then I'm going to get into the Godfrey joint because I've been not like Godfrey. And I've been telling y'all he'd be real extra tethering without the pro blackity black. And then he flip it and bounce it. And like he really showing his true colors on his 54 podcast. So we're going to do the segment on that. And what you call it? So let me get opening statements for everybody. We're going to start the cook. We're going to start with a Saul segment. He sent me some joint with some chick dry begging. Oh, and Tito, I said, did you see the joint I sent you on Facebook with the chick twerking on the little boy and then pulled the pants down, was ass naked twerking on the ball?
Nah, I ain't see that. Goddamn.
Yeah, the young boy. I'm gonna drop the link in the chat for y'all. Cause I can't play the joint. They'll take my motherfucking stream down. But this is, these quiches is out of control.
Hey, you know how it is in that Inkwell, man. I don't did a series about that. You know how I get in that Inkwell, man. Extra weird.
Bro.
Extra weird.
The young boy's looking at his tablet. She twerking on him. And then she pulls her sweatpants down. She ass all out. And the young boy like 5 years old. And he looked mad uncomfortable, bro. All right, so opening statement.
Hey, give me a quick second. I'm pulling back up in there. I'll rotate in.
Oh no, that's fine. All right, go ahead. Go ahead, Tito. Take it off the top. You was already talking.
Yeah, man. Hey, we made it as a country to 250 years. Hopefully we can stave off the forces of communism to make it another 250 years, another 1,000 years. If anybody come at you with a free speech argument about communism or socialism, I will refer you to the Communism Control Act, I think from the 50s. It is an actual law that was made, because you got to realize something. At the end of the day, communistic policies are unconstitutional. That's why it's legal to say that the Communist Party is illegal. So freedom of speech doesn't extend to communism or socialism, right? And thank y'all for the birthday wishes. I left the Cash App in there in the private chat thing. You get, I guess you can copy and paste it.
Okay, wait, I see it right. Okay, I see it. Hold on, where's it
Yeah.
at? It says only you and Tito. Oh, here it is. I see it.
Yeah.
I see it.
Yeah. Now, does it feel strange being 50? Yeah. It just not dawned on me like a couple of weeks ago that my father was born in 1952, and then my grandfather was born in 1926, and then my great grandfather was born in 1898.
Damn.
Yeah, so yeah.
That's some real 1.0 shit. Like, nah, I mean, that all ties in right with what we talk about with this birthright shit. Like, bro, we really up in here. You know what I'm saying? Not these motherfuckers that showed up after 1965. I'm spamming the chat with Tito's Cash App. It's his birthday. You know what I'm saying? Hook him up.
And I was given with a lush bounty, a lush bountiful. Mr. Fantastic has agreed to accept the challenge of getting in the square circle with me in November.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, it's gonna be one hell of a year. He finally decided to do it, huh?
He fought some short, fat, light-skinned nigga without good defense. I guess he's feeling strong from that. But that's good, though. I like the confidence. That's good, man. That's good.
Wait, that's a janky link? No, that's his Cash App. TS.
No, ask and confirm. Which one?
Well, that ain't your Cash App, Tito?
Which one is it?
Yeah. You know what? Y'all use the GT coins for my fault. That's my personal. I know the one y'all used to is the GT coins.
Okay. That's what he had back there. All right, he said use the GT coins.
Yeah, if you feel more comfortable with that, then use that if you're gonna use it.
Yeah, niggas accusing me of dropping janky links, huh?
No, man. We not Nigerians, man.
Oh man, y'all niggas is funny. All right. Well, you and old boy gonna square up. That's right. Well, shit. Since you done brought up, we might as well just do it again from the top there. Hold on. Storm sent me this.
Introducing the one, the only, the Laugh Out Laugh plush pal Ticklish Tether.
I love Bush Beat.
Pull the tether and hear silly sayings, goofy giggles, and laugh attacks that keep the whole room cracking up.
I work hard, unlike the lazy akatas.
Ticklish Tether. Pull the string, start the giggles. Ticklish Tether is fun for all ages.
I want some egusi soup, nigga.
Pull the tether string and enjoy hours of laugh attacks that will keep you in stitches.
You FBI are jealous of my success, nigga.
Ticklish Tether. Fake degrees and musty t-shirts sold separately.
Hey, does it come with a community navigator?
Yo, y'all niggas is out of control. But let's do the Godfrey one real quick, because this how it's really going down with Godfrey.
Nah, y'all wild for that. Man, you stupid. All right, bro, we out. All right, fam. I'll holler at y'all.
My brother, these Akatas always think we are the same.
That is why we must stay together.
They do not understand we are different.
Damn, I left my phone.
Our parents did not come here to play. Back home, if you do not hustle, you do not survive. Education first, work first. We came here with nothing
and still became doctors, engineers, business owners. Meanwhile, these Akatas think everything should be handed to them. They do not like hard work.
They always want shortcuts.
Our mentality is different.
Yo. Nah. Do the African voice again.
Yo, and
hey, I love the gaslighting, right? When they talk about, oh, we became doctors. You niggas come from countries where y'all think herbs can cure AIDS. You niggas come from countries where you think a virgin can cure AIDS. You niggas come from countries where you think eating a motherfucking albino nigga's foot can cure arthritis, but then you come here and become a fucking medical doctor. Get the fuck out of here. Nigga, you niggas come from countries without no electricity, yet somehow you got a degree to be a programmer and come here like, man, get the fuck out of here. They the ones who had everything handed to them. That's why that's why that gaslight it kills me every time. They the ones who had shit handed to them, literally handed to them.
Straight up, yo, Mr. O, open a statement. It's all yours, man.
Yo, so we all gonna have to go in agreement, right? Ketanji Brown Jackson is who everybody thought Clarence Thomas was, right? So they was in fear. They was in fear that this man was gonna do some old coon, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna do nothing. You ain't for black people and all that good stuff. So Ketanji Brown Jackson is basically told everybody was born here, who's forebears who died and bled for this country. Forget your little 14th Amendment. Everybody and their mama can come up in here on wrong shot and we use your people's so-called blood, sweat, and tears to go and do it. So now we also got these other pro-blacketed blacks and all these Democratic shields that want to go ahead and just basically say, get rid of 4th of July for black folks. They ain't for that for the white people. They was into England and all that other stuff, but they don't want to talk about the black people that were free, that fought in the same revolutionary militia and army with George Washington and the alike. They don't want to even talk about Crispus Attucks, except for Joy Reid, who want to go ahead and say that Crispus Attucks was a tether back in the colony days. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was light-skinned and basically like an aboriginal, but that's neither here nor there. They want to go ahead and replace us and do all these bullshit ass give me this and we take that from you on games, and I'm sick and tired of it. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to us American black people, and we're gonna keep on rocking it out. And I'll pass the mic right there.
No, spot on with that, because I don't know. I'm sure y'all been seeing it on social media. Two things. One, they got all these black people speaking out against the 4th of July, but they're all tethered for the most part, or like gay male Democrats. Let's just keep it a buck. So that's the psyop. And then they had these white boys in these white masks masking around who's supposed to be some white militia type joint, and they got this fake photo out with the black chick sitting on the bus with all of them surrounding them. But you know why that shit is fugazi too? Because we done just found out that the Southern Poverty Law Center been funding the KKK and all of these joints. So basically, they're Democrat operatives. Yo, bro, these psyops is so bad. Like they are desperate and they are not having the effect that they wanted. But we gonna get to this Godfrey thing, and we're gonna kick Joy Reid back in for saying fucking Crispus Attucks was fucking Haitian. Because even back in the day when I went to school and I learned about Crispus Attucks in elementary school, and that's when history was pretty much all white people. But even back then, when they talked about the Revolutionary War, they did, and that all white history book, they tell you they had the picture of the black man, Boston Tea Party. Crispus Attucks is the first man who died for America in the Revolutionary. He was the first casualty in the Revolutionary War. He was a free black man. That's even when, before everybody would start having the arguments like we need more black figures in these history books. It's all white history, but they damn sure had Crispus Attucks in that motherfucker. So it's all you.
Another week, another day, man. These damn tethers is, bitching and whining, trying to, Africanize us or whatever the case may be. They still searching for what do you call it? The fucking bullshit ass fantasy, Wakanda or whatever the case may be. But when in reality, ain't nothing but Rwanda over there. We see the play, man. They are trying to destiny swap, and they also are trying to signal, would you say, de-escalate FBA movement, along with putting in shields and infiltrators and all kind of other weird shit going on. To me, the first real big test of the Alien Nation movement is keeping these, quiches up out of there, and them trying to compromise and infuse democratic talking points and all that other bullshit in there. So, it's to be seen. As far as people with this whole like anti-patriotic stuff, that shit is old and stupid. And yesterday's news, to be honest with you, You know, it seemed like, you know, these people like get off on like slave corn. You know, it seemed
Right.
like everybody, you know, and anybody seemed like they're not able to like define themselves outside of that for something that for one, yes, there is generational and cultural memory, but at the same time, like, you know, every time you see Jews or them talk about themselves or whatever, they don't talk about, you know, what happened with them.
And 100%.
It's kind of like, come on now, you know what I'm saying? Y'all look weak, lame, and pussified. Let's just call it what it is, you know? And, you know, I was just having a conversation with somebody the other day, man. When there is no accountability, there will always be a villain. Always. Because people cannot find themselves to actually fix the bullshit that they have agency over. I'll land my plane there.
100%. That's a good point you made about the small hats. Now, they do beat you in the head with the Holocaust thing, but the thing is, they do that as leverage, and they make other power moves instead of this whole dried up race card type thing, blah blah blah. Like I said, but that's the byproduct of the matriarchy running things for the last goddamn 60 years. But to everybody's point about patriotism and everything, I used to say this shit to Saul behind stage. It's like a Jedi mind trick that they pulled on the black community, preferably after the 60s, where they made motherfuckers on that go back to Africa shit, and like this whole basically this whole anti-American sentiment, which we never had, is basically trying to trick you into giving up your birthright. It's giving up your birthright. And like I said, it's the same argument that Frederick Douglass made. Like, yo, we'd have fought in the Revolutionary War, we fighting the Civil War and everything. Y'all got to give us something. 14th Amendment, like, you know what I'm saying? Everything in the United States be paid for with blood, whether you like it or not. It's the truth. You know what I'm saying? And that goes to this birthright citizens decision that was made in the Supreme Court recently this week, and all of the women voted against it. And I was making a point to Mr. O and Saul backstage. One of the fundamental reasons I believe that they, aside from a poor legal understanding of the Constitution, as it were, and shout out to Clarence Thomas, one of the best dissents in the history of the Supreme Court. He's going to go down as one of the best legal minds that's ever sat on the court. Like I said, given enough time, shit plays are out. But back to my point. That goes to my argument that I've made before, that even though we want egalitarian, this, that, and the other, I just believe that there are certain seats and things that women just shouldn't sit in because they don't have the same amount of skin in the game as men do in this country. Namely, selective service. They're not. None of them are combat vets. And then the fundamental argument that they're making with regard to the citizenship, black or white, men fundamentally understand when it comes to citizenship, the blood spilled by which makes you a citizen. We done fought in all the wars. So all these people that fought, all these men that have fought in all these wars since the Revolutionary War. Now all of a sudden, some broad gets to come over here and dump a baby out her pussy, and that same baby has all the rights and protections of this country as somebody whose family has then lost somebody in damn near every fucking war in this country. That don't make no goddamn sense. And what I'm saying is, fundamentally, men in that position wouldn't make that argument. You see what I'm saying? All of the women voted against the birthright citizen. Of course, the woke Keisha divester, which made one of the worst legal arguments that it's going to go down in the Supreme Court history. And I'm glad that's happening because we'll have the brilliant black man for posterity's sake and the DEI Keisha. Keisha's bad image is going to be sealed forever in history, and they're not doing any better with what they're doing on the internet. Speaking of which, let's pivot to Saul's to the joint Saul sent me with this Keisha dry begging. We will start off the show with some female fuckery because it is in high resolution these days. Goofy niggas aside, man, black man, we winning. Black man, we winning. Just you know what I'm saying? We delineate from the goofies, but on the upside, we on the uptick. Let's play some of this.
And this random black man, I saw this random black man just walking down the street, and I was like, yo, I need $125. Huh? And he was like, oh, I don't know you. Like, why would I just give you $125? Like, who you talking to? Not me. So I said, that's why you ugly anyway with your ass hairline. I keeps it moving. I see another. I was like, maybe let me just ask, let me lower it a little bit. I said, hey, yo, what's up, shorty? Can I get $100? Once again, I met with resistance. Like, why y'all can't just give me what the fuck I asked for? This is why this is losing. This is why y'all losing. This is why other races of men is doing better. Because when I ask another man of another ethnicity for some money, he gives it to me. He doubles it. He triples it. He quadruples it. He kisses my feet. He brings me peace. He takes me out. He flies me out. I don't have those issues. This is why black men are losing.
Might have to drop a dime on them. For sure. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta stop it.
I don't like that shit.
For sure, bro.
I don't like that shit.
All right, hold on. Before we do the round robin, yo, shout out to Kwame. Yo, thanks for the Cash App, bro, for supporting the stream. And Tito, a handful of people in the chat. I couldn't even keep track. Sent you a bunch of Cash Apps, bro. So let's
let me see.
Yes, a handful of people
The
in the
picture's
chat.
full of shit too, by the way.
yeah. So let's you see him?
Yeah, Detroit 313, Kwame Kaju, and Quiet Storm. Thanks for the cash outs.
All right, bet. Let's do some drops for my Cash App and for the birthday Cash App. Yo, thanks for supporting the stream, and thanks for whatchamacallit, gifting Tito on his birthday, man. Let's go.
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. Man, fuck all you hoes. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Man, fuck all you. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do. Man, fuck all you hoes.
Wow from the crowd.
How do you like this? Introducing the one, the only, the Laugh Out Laugh plush pal Ticklish Tether.
I love bush beat.
Pull the tether and hear silly sayings, goofy giggles, and laugh attacks that keep the whole room cracking up.
I work hard, unlike the lazy akatas.
Ticklish Tether. Pull the string, start the giggles. Ticklish Tether is fun for all ages.
I want some egusi soup, nigga.
Pull the tether string and enjoy hours of laugh attacks that will keep you in stitches.
You FBI are jealous of my success, nigga.
Ticklish Tether. Fake degrees and musty t-shirts sold separately.
All right, let's go. Saul, that was your segment. Why don't you set it off?
What you talking about? That damn ticklish tether, man. That damn hairline fucked up. Nah, but that's an example of what I was talking about as far as them these chicks here. You know what I'm saying? If you were to look at her page, it's FBA this, FBA that. You know, and you know, you only have maybe about one guy kind of regulate on them as far as that go. You know what I mean? So, you know, that simp shit is actually how we got here in the first place. You know what I mean? And we just got to remember, you know, we did what we did politically just to, you know, restore any semblance of order, you know what I mean, in interaction. I'm not saying that there is a community. You know what I mean? Ain't nobody preaching no promote pro community shit either. But, you know, at the same time, we're not about to go back to, you know, just utter just disorder and craziness. Now, the other end of it is, you know what I mean? You see this here, prostitution, sex work, however they want to try to, you know, clean it up or relabel it or whatever is very, very normalized. This is the type of, you know, stuff that you see and get. And, you know, this is why these quiches is being disposed of this day and age, whether it is the lower end, you know, streetwalker, or somebody who wants to dress up in the pantsuit and try to act like they're better than the streetwalker down there on the blade. It's all the same combination. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you know, that's where I land my plane.
All right, bet. Tito, you actually jumped in.
Yeah. That right there, the whole a lot of prostitutes. That's a prostitute's narrative, by the way. I never hear a normal woman say that. Yeah. A lot of prostitutes, you know, they come at black men with the triangulation about what other races of men are doing for them. What they don't realize is that the reason that man is doing that is because he's paying you to walk away. That's why he's doing that. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, a lot of women that prostitute themselves, they conflate prostitution with guys that they probably holler at in their free time. It's not the same thing. You know what I'm saying? But this is one thing they do too. I notice they will talk about what guys of other races do for them when they working, and then they're conflated with like guys that they trying to like holler at like without having to pay, that's black. And they talk about how these black guys won't take them out on dates, but they don't realize that the black guy can probably tell that you a hoe, and so that's the reason that they don't want to take you on a date. They can tell that you a hoe. And then the guy of the other race, he not paying you because he rich. He not paying you because he holds you in high self-esteem or he holds you in high esteem, or he's not paying you because he think like you on the elevated level of womanhood. He paying at the whole, bitch. That's what he doing. You know what I'm saying? So they need to get their mind right with these type of bullshit ass narratives. But a lot of times, most women that do prostitute, when they talk shit like that, it's all cap. And they cap about how much money they make, and they cap about a lot of shit. You know what I'm saying? That's why they'd be like, oh, no low ball offer, all of that shit. Yeah. Like your price is what your price is.
No
so
low ball offer.
Yeah, so obviously if you're talking about low balling, that means you've been negotiating it. You don't came out on the short end of some of them negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but this bird right here, I seen on TikTok, she nothing but a whore. She just when the FBA shit came in, she jumped on the fucking bandwagon. That's all right. I'm gonna get to her on TikTok sooner or later. Don't worry about it.
Oh yeah, and you know, the FBA started in the Hotep ecosystem, and that ecosystem a rest haven for hoes.
Yeah, so what the hell is.
It's a rest haven for hoes, and it's the tail end of the divestiture pipeline. But like I said, I mean, all that aside, you know, on the broken clock once once a day, they hit pay dirt with the FBA shit. You're gonna have a whole bunch of stragglers, but the heritage bloodline genetics argument is sound. Mr. O, that's all yours, Playboy.
You know what? This is a New York scrag right here. I could tell by the accent, the disposition.
Yeah, it sound like Brooklyn or the Bronx.
I was just about to say that either Brooklyn, but I'm getting more Brooklyn vibes. See, if she was a Bronx chick, she'll be a little bit more raspier, a little bit more dirtier, more grittier with her vernacular and stuff like that. But I digress. You notice that she basically played herself. She went up to one dude and basically came up to him all aggressive, like she one of us, like she want to be the worst of us, and trying to come up to him saying, "Man, let me go ahead and get $125." And then she gonna try to call the nigga broke, dusty, and ugly. But you notice that her money didn't go up with the next guy, right? You know what I'm saying? She didn't go and ask the next guy for $150. See, we already know what type of woman that she is. She can only get what she asked for, and she feel like, you know what I'm saying, the lower she go, that's the only thing that she's worth for. You notice that she only asked for the next guy for $100. Now, I guarantee you, dude will probably give it to her. She look kind of decent. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and hit me with the you was a simp. I ain't gonna lie. You know what I'm saying? But when she kept on talking, you know, it went down from 100 to 80 to that proverbial 40, and he was like, you know what, I'm gonna give this chick a pack of square money right quick. You know what I'm saying? Just keep it moving, keep it stepping. And this is what we got to deal with here in America. We got to go ahead and listen to this not only on social media. When we come outside, we don't even want to deal with this outside. And they want to talk about patriarchy this, patriarchy that. You know what I'm saying? They strong and independent this. I get that. I respect that. But guess what? How come you always come in my face for some money? Didn't you just say F the patriarchy? But you're asking real patriarchy right now. Who keep up and want to maintain traditional roles? Women. And who always want to talk about traditional roles not being in their part? Women. And I pass the mic right there.
All right. Whatchamacallit? Where my man at? Outspoken said, he said that's Brooklyn for real. Yeah, it do sound like Brooklyn, but you know, sometimes the Bronx pronounce certain things, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, but I mean, it definitely sounds like Brooklyn. But a lot of these Bronx chicks be sounding like Brooklyn chicks, the last couple years. You know what I'm saying? Because that Brooklyn accent be heavy and shit. All right, that's all. That's straight right off the top. Matter of fact, let's just you know what? Because that just happened. Let's get this one out the way while it's still early, so we don't run out of time. Let's get this pardon me. Let's get this birthright citizenship out the way. And Tito already covered it earlier this week, which was a really good stream too, by the way. So I actually want to play a couple of these things in succession. We'll do a round robin, and then maybe I'll play like one or two. I got a piece of the rehashed. This Ketanji Brown is so. I'm gonna be honest with you. She's so stupid. It's embarrassing. Like, I'm glad to see Keisha taking an L for history's sake, but the level. You ever see somebody somewhere in the you're so embarrassed for them that they're so in over their head, and then what's worst of all, they have the effrontery that they're actually doing something and they're not.
Seeks to replace the basic premises of the Declaration. Progressivism seeks to replace the basic premises of the Declaration of Independence, and hence our form of government. It holds that our rights and our dignities come not from God, but from government. It requires of the people a subservience and weakness incompatible with a constitution premised on the transcendent origin of our rights.
Bream for the view from Justice Thomas, who was a dissenter here. Shannon.
Yeah, in his dissent, he gets to that point, Bill, that you're making there. The 14th Amendment was enacted in the wake of the Civil War, quote, with the one pervading purpose of securing equal citizenship for the freed slaves. He writes, it was enacted, as Justice Harlan wrote, to secure to a race recently emancipated the civil rights that other citizens enjoyed. So Thomas has always been about that was the purpose of the 14th Amendment. He goes on to say that the court, meaning the majority now, has repurposed the 14th Amendment to protect its own set of preferred rights that the Reconstruction Congress never contemplated and that cannot find support in the text. Today, the court does so by recognizing a constitutional right to citizenship for the children of all foreign birth tourists and illegal aliens. He uses very specific language there. Again, Justice Thomas adhering and agreeing with the government's argument, with which they made here very passionately, that the 14th Amendment was about protecting the children of freed slaves and not what we've come to understand it as. You see his language there. He mentions birth tourism. It came up in the arguments, and clearly that's a very big concern of the dissenters. We also have dissents by Justice Alito and others, so we'll read those as well.
we don't stand up and take ownership of our country and take responsible for it, we are slowly letting others control how we think and what we think. I think the beauty of going to school is that you learn how to think for yourselves. You develop the discipline to think things through. If you think it's losing confidence, then you get up and you participate. You don't sit on the sidelines. You think that the state is being run and inconsistent with how you feel, then you get up and you participate. You prepare yourself. If you think that the medical profession is not right, well, you become a doctor or be a medical person, and you deal with that. I think we need to take ownership.
All right. I played a lot of those clips back to back. One, impartial. His dissent's like, I don't know how many pages, but it's a massive dissent. But I wanted to get just a gist of his actual dissent argument with regard to birthright citizenship and highlight the verbiage he actually used. He does use the descendants of freed slaves and what do you call birth tourism now, saying that these things aren't equated. And just some background on Justice Clarence Thomas. He is a strict constitutionalist. If you really look at most of his arguments, it's a strict interpretation of the Constitution. He's a brilliant legal mind, and I'm glad that I'm glad that a lot of black men have gotten out of this whole liberal call it everybody a coon type thing, where like now you can actually see, and actually if you look back at a lot of his, you'll see that he was actually usually on the right side of things. And with this one in particular, this one's out of the park. He made this. This is a FBA argument at the Supreme Court. Without the title, if you ever heard one, and the optics are jarring, where you have the divester Keisha siding with the Becky and the Latina, who was Sotomayor is also a fucking DEI appointee under Obama. She's had some of the, up until now, I thought she's had some of the worst legal arguments, but no, leave it to the Keisha to top them all. So, Tito, you actually did a stream on this earlier this week. So why don't you frame everything for us, and then we'll round robin.
Well, at the time when they first took up what is this, Barbera versus the United States, I thought that John Sauer, I think that he was too busy trying to cling to the orthodoxy of history than just going ahead and saying real history. And that it really did weaken his argument, in the oral arguments in this case. He should have just said what the real truth is, and the real truth is that the framers of the 14th Amendment recognized that we had been in a never-ending cycle of wars. And you know what? That cycle of wars is ironic that we're talking about birthright citizenship, and later on you go talk about the Joy Reid and Crispus Attucks things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that actually kind of ties in together.
Yeah, they do.
They tie in together, but because the tribe that Crispus Attucks came from was the tribe that ended up they chief Metacomet, aka King Philip, in the King Philip's War. So that's just one of many wars that they fought against black indigenous people from the East Coast and the Southeast, and they recognized how that type of conflict was becoming too burdensome to white people to sustain, and it was sapping the strength of this republic, and so they had to change it. And so when you look at it from that perspective, the 14th Amendment really narrowly only applies to so-called black people. I know damn well that when the framers of the 14th Amendment, and you can see, as I pointed out, many times before. When you look at the notes from the congressional sessions when they were arguing the 14th Amendment, they mentioned Chinese people, but that was the reason that one of the Democrats wanted to vote against it, because they were saying, well, you know, what if Chinese people? So then after they wrote the 14th Amendment, that's when they went back and did the Chinese Exclusion Act, right? But they didn't mean this to apply to just anybody that comes over here. They didn't mean they did not mean it like that. They meant it for black people. Now, could the language have been more clear when they wrote it? Yeah, right. Because they certainly did get specific in the last two sections of the 14th Amendment when they talked about not being able to receive reparations for slavery, and when they talked about you know, people who were former Confederate officials or who swore allegiance to the Confederacy couldn't hold office unless they were investigated and then voted on by people in Congress. So they certainly got specific with the language right there. So I think that maybe they should have been more specific about this. But, and it's interesting because there is a bill with some specifics. And now here's the supreme irony right here. After July 15th, when Congress comes back into session, there's an Ohio representative that went and dug up a bill from when Harry Reid was the majority leader under Obama, when the Democrats were very, very sternly anti-immigration because they saw it as to defund the Republican Party, which the Republican Party back then wasn't pro illegal immigration. They were kind of neutral on it, but it was just that a few people who own factories and everything and own like meat processing businesses were Republican donors. Now, were those donors disenfranchising black people? No. It's just that they was hiring all comers, period. You know what I'm saying? But the jobs that they had, some of them jobs, a lot of people didn't want that shit. So if they did have black people working there, it was mostly like people who just got that job, they dropped out of school or some shit, or they had been to the joint before. And that's a ever shrinking minority of black people. You know, I don't know if a lot of people realize that that's fewer and fewer black men anyway go to jail every year.
That's facts.
So in this bill, it thoroughly clarifies the 14th Amendment. It provides more rigorous border security processes, and it provides a very, very onerous fines for anybody that's caught hiring an illegal alien, and strengthens the E-Verify process. And this was something that had been brought to the floor by Harry Reid that's about to get drugged back out later this month. Now, I want to see how many, because a lot of these Democrats that are in Congress were serving in Congress back then, and they voted for the bill back then. I want to see are they going to vote for it now and prove themselves the hypocrites that everybody know that they are. And I'll land my plane there.
Lord of Brooklyn, yeah, you're right. He said that, yeah. They do have one. I've seen half of it. He said they need to make a Clarence Thomas biopic from Black Panther to Supreme Court Justice. They do have one out, and that I'm glad you brought that up, because I saw half of it like maybe a year or two ago. He said, yeah, it's called Created Equal. And so here's the thing: the funniest thing with all this this coon language with Clarence Thomas, you know, Clarence Thomas was a Black Panther. He was a black and a stone cold Marxist. So he just did the rotation out before the majority of us did, and he's Gullah Geechee, and I believe he's direct, like isn't he direct descendant from sharecroppers? So I mean, Clarence, whatchamacallit, and I know he had his dad or himself had run-ins with the Clarence. If you listen to his story, it's crazy. That he even became a Supreme Court justice. So yeah, but he used to be a stone cold Marxist and a black militant, believe it or not. So there you have it. Here, I ain't gonna do you dirty, Mr. O, and put you at the end of this one because this one heavy. Go ahead, you take it and then you can pass it to Saul.
So Clarence Thomas and Thomas Sowell, they both two peas in the same pot. They both started out as both as Marxists, staunch Marxists, until they both have seen the light. Once they look past the whole communist agenda, all the Pan-Africanism, all the so-called woe is me welfare type of program, and they actually grew a pair and actually got a couple hairs on their chest, they started becoming men. They start saying like, you know what, this is some BS. This is some straight BS. And you notice that these two men who I just mentioned has taken ridicule, specifically Thomas Sowell. Both of them has been taking ridicule for the last 40 plus years, but ironically, Clarence Thomas and Thomas Sowell was right about you niggas. And once I seen it, I couldn't unsee it. I'm sorry. A lot of people gonna take that the wrong way, but I really don't give a damn. But the facts is the facts. Now going back to this birthright citizenship fiasco, like I said in my opening statements in the beginning of the hour, I said what I said. Ketanji Brown Jackson is who the so-called pro-blacks, these Pan-Africanists, these academia people who they want to go ahead and talk about coolness, you not really black that this who they was supposed to be talking to, not Clarence Thomas, not who they've been trying to make into a so-called, first they tried to make him to a predator, then they just made him to one of the old niggas that we ain't supposed to listen to, but we need to listen to, who gave us not only our Second Amendment right to use in this country, also our First Amendment right. He protected our First Amendment right and our Second Amendment right, and now he gonna do us black folks the good deed that Barack Obama couldn't do in his presidency term. He protected the 14th Amendment that was given to us in this country. Even though we was part of child slavery, we still was people of freedmen that fought for this country, both foreign and domestic, for all numerous awards. So our forefathers literally was born here, fought here, lived here, and died here for this country. So all you little so-called fake pro-blacks out there, you disrespecting our grandparents, our parents, and even some of us that served in the military when you talk about you're not pledging allegiance to this country. That 14th Amendment literally was made just for you, and you're going to go ahead and basically going to give it away, just like everything else. But I ain't going to hold the topic too long. I'm going to pass it to Saul. I'll land my plane there.
Salute to Clarence Thomas. He's been an unsung hero in a lot of ways. Sometimes, you have to, what's popular doesn't necessarily mean what's valid or whatever the case may be. He's an excellent example that there's always going to be somebody there who, thinks ahead of their time or are very, very clear as far as original purpose in retrospect about things. And, they're always going to be persecuted. You know what I mean? I mean, our greatest quote unquote philosophers were unfortunately, ostracized and or, deleted, because of the stuff that they saw. I mean, in a community of dysfunction and stuff like that, you can't imagine that, people will see things straight, especially when, people are using any and everything to poverty pimp when it comes to slavery. These people probably sit back and think to themselves, I don't care nothing about none of this stuff. A lot of these people can't even find themselves around black everyday working people. They really can't, but at the same time, they're pro blackity black, all the while, sleeping with the enemy, and that shit has gotten old. It really has. This era is about to really come to a close. And my guess is in the next, 5 years or so. One, they're probably going to double down on, clearing up, this issue when it comes to, citizenship, especially when it comes to a potential national security issue, where you have an increasing, growing Chinese population, and what that could mean here, industrial espionage as well. Same thing with, a rising, South Asian population on this earth or whatnot, So they're going to slow that down real quick. The other thing, too, is, the issues with, potential Latinos and the rise of them and, their sort of mentality and entitlement and stuff like that. So the only thing we got to do is just sit back, watch the show, mind our own business, and let things, let the chips fall wherever they may fall. At least that's what my thoughts are. I'll land my plane there. Look like Machismo might have got some issues or whatnot. So I guess what we'll do is just go on ahead and rotate in for addendum comments about this particular session. Anybody else want to add?
I ain't got nothing, Tito.
Nah, we can move on to the next thing.
Okay. Yeah, look like Machismo may be locked out of the particular. I think he's locked out. My addition to this is, for people to learn the law themselves, instead of listening to these people who have an incentive to get you emotional, get you off your feet. Understand that the law cannot necessarily be detached from the sort of historical narrative here. People will try to divorce the two and use it for their own aims and stuff like that. Just like this dummy Ketanji Brown. So I'd say learn the sort of legal literacy, at least for yourself, so that one, you can typically participate fully, but also what's going on as far as you go, because if you're not fully aware, you can see these sorts of games coming up. Let me go on ahead and highlight this comment by Detroit. I don't have the means here in the backboard, but I will acknowledge what you just said. Keep listening to Sergeant Willie Pete telling you Clarence Thomas is a Sambo because he has alignment with Trump and says nothing about Ketanji Brown betrayed the Black Americans' 14th Amendment. I mean, here's the thing, man, and that's the thing. It's almost like people kind of default back to this like simp chip and it's sort of like lack of like critical thinking. It's that sort of, what I mean, I'm gonna have all the smoke for the guy who's actually thinking critically, who's actually pointing out what the 14th Amendment was used for. And then of course, when there's minimal stuff said or nothing at all, that should actually tell you what their alignment is. A lot of these guys like to tell you that they're independent and this, that, and the other. No, they're crypto Democrats, man. We know exactly who the fuck they are. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
I should roast the shit out of that nigga for saying that.
Yeah. Yep. You say there's an echo. Is there still an echo, Quiet Storm? Put a one in the chat if it's an echo, Quiet Storm.
I heard it at first. I don't hear it now.
Nah, I think it's cool. Can y'all hear me? No mic.
Yeah, we was about to say that. Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
1 2 1 2.
Yeah.
Wait, can you, all right, there you go. No,
Yeah,
my stream. Yeah, I'm back. My StreamYard froze in the back. I had to exit and get back in.
No problem. I held it down. Go ahead. Rotate on in. Yeah, we was just talking about that Willie Preet. Yeah, he needs
All right,
some
thanks.
for the comment. Yeah, go ahead.
No,
Machismo?
Oh yeah. Especially since yeah, nobody want to say nothing about her being a divestor, which is crazy, right?
Man, fuck all you hoes. Fuck you and your mammy and your granny too. I'm sick of this shit. Fuck all you hoes. Don't give a damn, bitch, what you wanna do.
Hey, that essay cut you the fuck off. Mic check. Machismo.
Nah, that's not me. That's StreamYard. Like my.
No, I know it's StreamYard, but that essay did clean cut you off though.
No, but whatchamacallit, it's latency in the back. I was trying to do the drop for Detroit, but the whole shit is froze back here. It looked like StreamYard then caught back up. Like, yeah, my whole background, the whole back studio was froze up. All right, that's tight. Yo, salute to Detroit. Yo, thanks for holding it down, so yeah, it did look like the Vato cut me off too, right? Vato was like, this is my show. That shit is funny as shit. Whatchamacallit? Let's we at the 116. I want to knock this Joy Reid shit out of the way. And then we can kick Godfrey in his back real quick. Let me do hold on, let me pull up the Joy Reid shit. Cause she was out of line with that shit. And I know it's part of this DNC psyop because you had what's the light-skinned chick that's always saying something fucking stupid that's like from Grenada or something. She was up there bashing the 4th of July. Here we go. Let's do the share screen. Yeah, this Joy Reid shit is this bitch from the Congo is just out of fucking line, bro. And like, for me, honestly, it's just the level of audacity that they got with this shit now. Like, they saying they doing this shit with their chest. Like on some like who gonna check me type shit. And here she is. This is with who is this? Pierre. He's some Haitian. He's the publisher of the Haitian Times. It's like a collective effort to like shit on FBI.
Western U.S. The whole Western U.S. does not exist without Haiti having, bled for freedom, for its own freedom, and they've
But also, too, don't forget that Haitians fought for the U.S. during the War of Independence.
That's correct.
So, yeah, it is Battle of Savannah, and so after that,
I believe Crispus Attucks was Haitian.
Yeah, and after that experience, that's when they went back to Haiti and said, "Hey, wait a minute, what's wrong with this picture? We were fighting for their independence, and then we were slaves, and so hence the Haitian Revolution started."
Exactly, and in addition to that, if no Haiti, no New Orleans.
I want to play that again.
We can thank Haiti and Toussaint Louverture and the Haitian Revolution for literally 40% of the landmass of the United States, because it was the Haitians who valiantly sent Napoleon Bonaparte packing with his tail between his legs back to Europe. And then he did a fire sale to the United States. He said, Thomas Jefferson, please buy this off of me. I can't be here with these people. They're killing us. And it was that revolution that caused the sale of 40% of the landmass of the United States to
it opened up the country, westward expansion, and then the rest is history.
No Haiti, no Western U.S. The whole Western U.S. does not.
So Haiti saved the entire United States. Can't seem to save its own motherfucking country. But hold on, this Crispus Attucks shit really irked me. I sent it to Tito. And this is, I put the question I asked AI, I think it was Gemini, was Crispus Attucks Haitian? I'm going to read right what it said to me. First thing the AI said was, no, Crispus Attucks was not Haitian. He was born and lived in colonial America. He is best known as a historic icon of the American Revolution, specifically as the first person killed during the Boston Massacre, March 5th, 1770. That's 6 years before the 1776 Declaration of Independence. Hold on, let me read the rest of this shit. Here's a quick breakdown of his actual background. Heritage. He was a mixed African and Native American, specifically Wampanoag. That's what descendant. That's what Tito said earlier. His father is believed to have been an enslaved African man named Prince Younger, and his mother was a Native American woman named Nancy Attucks. Birthplace. He was born around 1723 in Framingham, Massachusetts. Life and occupation. Attucks spent most of his life as an enslaved person before escaping around 1750. He became a skilled sailor, whaler, and dock worker, working along the Atlantic coast, frequently using the alias Michael Johnson to avoid recapture. Because of his mixed African heritage and his ultimate sacrifice right in the dawn of the American Revolution, 19th century abolitionists later lifted him up as the powerful symbol of Black patriotism, bravery, and the right to be full American citizenship. And I'm doing that on purpose for the public record, so these fucking tethers can't come in, because I learned about Crispus Attucks in first fucking grade. And the nerve of these fucking tethers to come over here and try to commandeer our history. Crispus Attucks was Haitian. The fuck out of it. Yo, I'm so pissed about that shit. Whoever wants it.
This depressed nose bridge, fetal alcohol syndrome, lion, African primate, monkey, tether bitch needs to read. Even that, it's so much conflation and lies and gaslighting surrounding the legacy, the lineage of Crispus Attucks. First of all, Crispus Attucks was not he was a Wampanoag, right? So if you correctly read and that's why I said the 14th Amendment discussion I was having earlier ties right into this. Crispus Attucks was a Wampanoag, right? It just so happens that his father was a Wampanoag that had got captured and was enslaved, and his mother was one that didn't get captured, and so she wasn't enslaved. So they try to conflate the status of being a slave, which you automatically had to have been an African. Remember, this is shortly after Bacon's Rebellion, so there were white people that were slaves and all of that shit too. And even after Bacon's Rebellion, there were still white people that were slaves, but that's a subject for a whole nother show. The animus that caused Crispus Attucks to want to rebel against the British too, because he actually had animosity with the British, because the campaign against the Wampanoags was British led. It was British led. That particular tribe, that the Wampanoag tribe, they tended to side with the French. And so we all know that the British and the French would have alliances with certain tribes, and it manifested itself again later on outside of King Philip's War with the Pequot War, and then after that, the French and Indian War. So that's what led up to Crispus Attucks deciding to do what he did against the British, is because he actually had tribal beef with the British personally. But no, he wasn't a Haitian. He has no possible connection with Haiti. And another thing, when people talk about the sale of the Louisiana Purchase, no, the sale of the Louisiana Purchase and the it's not how people depict it. It didn't happen because of the Haitian Revolution. No. The Haitian Revolution and the selling of Louisiana happened because there was an impending war after the peace of Etienne's died. There was an impending war with Britain, and France was doing everything they could to get ready for it. And one of the things is that logistical shipments of ammunition and weapons and all of that shit to Haiti kind of stopped, and the people on Haiti could see that. And so that's what caused them to rebel, because they felt like the French were at a weak point. They didn't understand why, because they wasn't privy to, well, you know what, actually, yeah, some of the fancy maids was privy to talk a war with England, right? And so they saw them at a weak point. That's why they was able to successfully rebel against them. And Napoleon was already negotiating the sale of the Louisiana Purchase to raise money for that war. So, yeah, but what do we know, right? Lying ass bitch. But they are dependent on niggas not reading. This is exactly, now you see exactly why the teachers union socialized Negroes to think literacy is cool. You still have a critical mass of black people in this country that think being illiterate is cool. Where you actually have people that go out of their way to mispronounce words because they think that shit is cool. So they are banking on the fact that you are a low information ass nigga, but in this case, they doing it to hijack your own history. They doing this in an effort to make you an alien in your own land.
In your own land. All right.
And the more black people, that's what I'm saying. If I was one of these tethers, I would see the writing on the wall and get out. Because the more black people wake up to shit like this, it's not gonna be just your Roland Martins and your Joy Reids and all of that. It's gonna have to come out of the internet eventually. And what's gonna happen is it's gonna touch the rank and file tether more than it is the famous people. Because the famous people rub elbows with other people that's got too much money to be fucking around with beef like that. But it's gonna be the rank and file foreigner that's really gonna feel it. If I was a tether, I would get the fuck out this country right now. And I'll land my plane down.
100%. So you got a half Congo, half Guyanese talking to a Haitian, and they are both purposefully lying and commandeering our history. Because Crispus Attucks is held as the American patriot because he's the first person. So they're actively on mainstream, basically taking our history right from in our face. Like, fuck you. It's very insulting. He's a major historical heroic figure, and they're basically like, oh, he's not FBA, he was Haitian. Like, and they're just doing it like what are y'all gonna do about it? Crazy, bro. Like, the level of disrespect is outrageous. Detroit 313 says, nigga, he said Joy Reid looks like Bokeem Woodbine from the Caught Up movie.
Introducing the one, the only, the Laugh Out Laugh plush pal Ticklish Tether.
I love bush beat.
Pull the tether and hear silly sayings, goofy giggles, and laugh attacks that keep the whole room cracking up.
I work hard, unlike the lazy akatas.
Ticklish Tether. Pull the string, start the giggles. Ticklish Tether is fun for all ages.
I want some egusi soup, nigga.
Pull the tether string and enjoy our...
Y'all keep screaming reparations, reparations. That's not how this works. You need legislation, you need committees, you need hearings, you need votes, you need bills passed through Congress. You don't just wake up one morning and yell on social media and a check magically appears.
Go ahead, Saul. That's all yours.
That nigga look like a real-time Frenchie. If Frenchie was ever a motherfucking person, it would be him. You know what I mean? The dog.
Yeah, man, that shit crazy.
So, yes, 100%. You know, the propaganda is there. with her cockeyed ass. She obviously can't even see straight. You know what I mean? But I will take this a step further, that they're so blatant with it and so stupid with it that it's actually a gift. This is how desperate they are. They're actually using our talking points. Oh, they fought and bled and died, and therefore, there's equity of us on the soil with this, that, and the other. No, it's not. It's not. It's clearly not. You know what I mean? This shows how desperate they are. You know what I mean? One could obviously talk about how dangerous it is, but to me, it's much easier to, put some people up on game about some stuff than it is, somebody who's retracting blatant and just unmitigated lies, just stupid. You know what I mean? Secondly, I like to say that I don't know what is it with their obsession with New Orleans and obviously the Great Dismal Swamp and Geechee and stuff like that. You want to know what it is? To them, it's kind of like, oh, well, it's not just Black American culture. There's a variety of different aspects of Black American culture or whatnot. Just like you see them really deeply invested in Black regionalism, be it Midwestern, West Coast, Southern, or East Coast people, and it's like they don't fit into any of that. They're the ones without culture when you really think about it. They're the ones with a blank template and they don't know where they fit. They're the ones who will wear a damn Pendleton jacket and some Timberlands and talk about, what's up, nigga? I'm a Crip. Like, what? You know what I mean? Right? They're the ones, who all the stuff that they're blaming us for being, that's exactly who they are. It just dawned on me. I'll land my plane there, man. Mic check. Mic check.
Yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Yeah, I hear Tito and Machismo must be stuck again, man. But getting back to these tethers, like I said before, all that sort of projection that they have going on and stuff like that, they're so infused in our shit that they don't even know any of their shit. I find that funny too. They know more about our shit than we do them, to have the audacity of telling us that we have no culture, So, stuff is coming to a head with a lot of this. People are being real more and more clear about these games and stuff like that. All we have to do is kind of sit back, watch the show, and let it be what it's gonna be, because these sorts of desperation and stuff like that is gonna continue to show itself. Hey, sidebar, just a little quick sidebar news. I'm not quite sure if it's true or not. For y'all in areas where there's a high population of Mexicans, it looks like the Mexicans lost when it came to a World Cup round. So they pretty hot about it. They shooting stuff. They got chairs. They got Modelos. You know what I mean? They randomly throwing them like, Mexican wrestlers and ninja stars. So y'all be careful out there, man, because they're not a happy bunch tonight. The English and put belt to ass on their ass, man. I'll end my point there.
Ain't that who they got eliminated? I think they've been eliminated by the English a few times now, right?
Really?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, today they not happy. You know what I mean? They going nuts about that shit. Yeah, it's not the normal, Yeah, I don't hear no hi. I don't hear none of that, bro. I hear gunshots in the background, bro.
Oh yeah, they was just downtown when I was at work. There was that's the most sold jersey right now online. It's at Mexico soccer jersey right now. So imagine having one of the most sold out jerseys. You got the most biggest fan. I've been walking down street. You would have thought it was single day mile around this motherfucker, and they watched them lose. Ooh, man, you want to talk about a lot of sad faces. Muy triste.
Yeah. I'll be careful. You know what I mean? They are not gonna be happy, bro. They are tripping. You know, so heads up for all y'all out there.
Hey, I already know, man. Back of the yards, I already know around the Cook County jail gonna be sent up around that mode. I know they too pissed around that little village and everything.
Somebody said torch apocalypse. Yeah, you're right. Up and down California Avenue there in Chicago.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Yep, a little village, Pilsen. Hell, they might be turning up in Humboldt Park. You know what I'm saying? Even Puerto Ricans probably got a little Mexican problem up there, man. Let me go and check that up on the scanner real quick.
Yeah. Be careful, man. You know. Same with Tito. I know you're not too. I mean, you from the east side, but they got what? Ain't a bunch of Mexicans and what is that? Hagenwich or something like that?
Yeah, all of them. Yeah, Hegwich. Yeah.
Is that how you say it? Hegwich.
Hegwich.
Yeah. Hell no, man.
Hey, I was gonna say with the Joy Reid tether, I think her and Roland Martin, they trying to fight for that illustrious seat, that title of HTIC. That's a head tether in charge. Also, doesn't Joy Reid look like Don Cheadle with peroxide bleach hair? You know what I'm saying? Or look like Robert Gilliam, love child from Benson. Like I get them type of vibes when I look at her face, man. I mean, I know it ain't just me that see these things. I look at pattern recognition a little bit too well, and she's the missing Golden Lords.
This is a missing Golden Lord.
She's the Queen Golden Lord comedian, man. Robert Townsend probably need to go and tell Joy Reid he gonna have to cast her in part 2 version for real. Machismo. Oh damn, he dropped back.
He going in and out. But yeah, out here looking like River Simon Phoenix. From Demolition Man and all that. Yeah. Out here looking crazy. Golden Lords.
What's up with the modern day black? Well, I know this ain't modern day, this ain't new thing. I was like use that term. What's up with the modern day? I'm colorist. Fuck it. Dark skinned, complected, whatever they want to call themselves, caramel, brown, whatever. Why do they choose the most brightest of blondes and won't have the nerve to walk around like a damn black and mild all day? And I know they do it for the esteem of Brad. I know this.
Yeah, them bitches be walking around looking like struck matches and shit. Yeah. Anyhow, we'll confirm Machismo is here. And if not, if he's having any more problems, we're gonna ask if Tito had any heads up for the week as far as this show. If y'all not subscribed yet over there, y'all make sure y'all going to subscribe. And also we're gonna go ahead drop his Cash App in there again.
That shit is crazy.
No, I can hear him now.
All right. Y'all thank y'all audience for hanging in there. And y'all put a little something on there for Tito for his 50th birthday. 1.0 emeritus. Y'all going ahead and shoot him something.
Can't hear shit.
Machismo, you hear us?
We might have to call this one on the count of inclement internet.
Yeah, possibly. So in that case, let's go on ahead and rotate in to what we'll do is rotate in final statements. And then Tito, if it's something you want to add, and salute to you and your 50th birthday, revolutions around the sun, and we'll go from there. That works for you?
Yeah.
All right. Who wants to begin their final statements?
I'll go ahead and forget it. The 250, this is crazy. 250 years, like we have been talking about all night on this panel. Like, as far as the black man has concerned, we have came a very, very long way. As a group of men that was basically used as a workforce, the forced workforce of building this country, fighting our way to get to freedom, of basically even getting to the high chairs of running this country, whether it be through government, whether it be through our style and character, and basically in books, movies, and everything else in between. We are recognized throughout the globe, and we are right here in this country. We have basically made this country the way it is through our fight, whether it be through civil rights or it's just through our personal character, perseverance, and everything that we have fought for the red, white, and blue. Everybody want to go ahead and talk about the red, black, and green and everything in between. But I just want to say this: like we have celebrated this particular holiday. And even Juneteenth, we're gonna throw it in there for the so-called pro blackity blacks. Both of these holidays is basically our holiday, and I hate that we want to have people that want to be so, I guess, woke, so they want to have the need to be right. They want to be on the right side of history by any means, but they want to be making like a dumbass at the end when they want to throw away one and forsake the other. Like before all this Juneteenth hype, before it became a holiday, before everybody started getting paid for it, we have cookouts, barbecues, we got fireworks, and we celebrated not only for the so-called this country, but for all the men that fought for this country through the service, you know what I'm saying, whether it be through the Army, Marines, Navy. I even go ahead and give a shout out to the Coast Guard, you know what I'm saying, shout out to the Coast Guard, even the National Guard, shout out to them too. We got given our kudos to them men, even the Tuskegee Airmen, the Buffalo Soldiers. Them are black soldiers that fought for this country, and we all commemorate through this so-called thing called July 4th, Independence Day, not just from one country from across the pond, but for us getting our so-called foothold in this country, domestic and foreign, against anybody that want to go and step in our way. And I land my plane there.
100. Yo, thanks for holding it down for me, man. Fucking StreamYard been kicking me out for like the last fucking 10 minutes. That was closing statements for everybody, right?
Oh nah. It was second. It's on me. Hey, remember, even applies here, Machismo. It's not about the person, it's about the code. You see, we follow the format. So think about that as a microcosm to what we're supposed to be doing as men and what we've learned the past couple of years or whatnot. No longer are we, susceptible to influences of these shields and stuff like that. What they say is gold, what they say is law, personalities and games and stuff like that, right? We're able to think for ourselves, and that's what we actually empower you all to do. Even these past couple of weeks, we spoke to the same sort of things, right? Even the great Clarence Thomas talked about learning and being able to think for oneself, right? It keeps coming up over and over, right? This is why we have the field called liberal arts, right? Not because it has anything to do with liberalism, it has to do with freedom, because there's certain subjects and things that you must know as a man, breath and death, so that you're able to participate as a citizen and have a free mind, free speech, and actually contribute to social order and natural order at that, right? So don't forget all of the equity that we've put into this country, from blood, indigo, rice, cotton, sugar, whatnot. All that stands for red, white, and blue. All your special favorite, your special forces favorites, you know, from Top Gun. Where does that come from? Tuskegee Airmen, right? Your special forces, as you know it, actually came from black men. You know, right? A lot of people, if you do some digging, right, you know, you'll find out that the first Marine recon, black man, right? The Buffalo Soldiers had a version of special forces out there, right? The people who first showed up when it came to liberating the concentration camps, black men, right? The first people to plant the flag at Iwo Jima were black men, and then they took the photo op later, and it was white people. We captured that hill, okay? On to, you know, us going to the Philippines and stuff and inspiring them, right? It was a black man who was like, you know what? Let me go on ahead and help y'all out. Did y'all know that? Right? So, like, not only just to the U.S., but by and large, you know, to the world in general, we talking about black American men and our imprint to culture, to, you know, the spirit of, you know, liberation, to, you know, building these monuments, these universities, these financial institutions, whether it is through our body as stock or through our mind as human capital, we are the sauce, and they know that, you know? So I land my plane there, and I want y'all to remember that. I land my plane there.
No, that's spot on. And shit, we didn't get to the Godfrey joint, but because you said Tuskegee Airmen, Godfrey getting all the kickback for this guy. And the funny thing is, this dude played the Tuskegee Airmen, one of the pilots, and Red Tail.
What is this diaspora embracing notion that you guys are talking about, as opposed to me now beginning to internalize some kind of ridiculous, what do they call ADOS or whatever?
That's
like my
additional black.
but it proliferates.
You see that shit that Godfrey did? Oh, that shit. He forgot that he was on camera. So,
nah, y'all wild for that. Man, you stupid. All right, bro, we out. All right, fam. I'll holler at y'all.
My brother, these Akatas always think we are the same. That is why we must stay together. They do not understand we are different.
Damn, I left my phone.
Our parents did not come here to play. Back home, if you do not hustle, you do not survive. Education first, work first. We came here with nothing.
And still became doctors, engineers, business owners. Meanwhile, these Akatas think everything should be handed to them. They do not like hard work.
They always want shortcuts.
Our mentality is different.
Yo. Nah. Do the African voice again.
Yo, and shout out to Dak. I see you sent the gift before for you, the Unk Alert, John. Nah, every StreamYard, man. I want Unk out. But here's the tether drop.
Introducing the one, the only, the Laugh Out Laugh plush pal Ticklish Tether.
I love Bush Beat.
Pull the tether and hear silly sayings, goofy giggles, and laugh attacks that keep the whole room cracking up.
I work hard, unlike the lazy Akatas.
Ticklish Tether. Pull the string, start the giggles. Ticklish Tether is fun for all ages.
I want some egusi soup, nigga.
Pull the tether string and enjoy hours of laugh attacks that will keep you in stitches.
You FBI are jealous of my success, nigga.
Ticklish Tether. Fake degrees and musty t-shirts sold separately.
Internet is undefeated. Wait, did we get everybody?
It's on Tito last.
All right, that's you, Tito. Take us up out of here.
As you finish out this weekend, celebrating the 250th anniversary of our republic, I hope that you are recognizant and grateful of the sacrifices of many people who served in the government and the military, and that even though you enjoy probably the highest standard of life, even though we've advanced ourselves materially to the point where even people who live in poverty now have a better standard of living than the king in the 13th or 14th century. I want you to always understand that this is something that doesn't come cheaply and something that you have to work for. And now it seems like you have to be prepared to fight for it. And even though we might have people in our government who might have been influenced by foreign powers, sooner or later there's going to come a time where the average, ordinary, rank and file citizen has to answer the call and defend the Republic with force. And I'll land my plane there.
Well fucking played, sir. Well, man, say what you guys want, man. We do a good job up here on Sunday. 9 seasons of top-notch dialogue and conversation. On that note, man, technical difficulties aside, thanks for holding down the panel for me. Well, I worked my way through StreamYard. Shout out to the chat, man. I see it was a lot of y'all in here tonight. And y'all was in here early, man. Appreciate y'all, man. I say it every week, man, but on the East Coast at least, it's late as fuck when we go on. So y'all showing up every Sunday, man. We can't do the goddamn show without you. And then to my illustrious panel, as I've said it before, we're all in different time zones, different states, and some of us different countries. But once again, we can't do it without y'all. On that note, man, we will see you next week. Thanks for support, showing Tito some love on his birthday. Shout out to O, shout out to Saul. I'll hit you on a Google Voice. See if we could do some random shit. Looks like we back in business with StreamYard. That being said, man, appreciate you guys, man, for supporting the stream. And good night and good luck.
Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition of chemistry. Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop. Here's another classic. The definition of chemistry. Here's another classic. The definition of hip hop.